And even the thing that you most love in the world, oh, if I only get this, you get it, and for how long you'll enjoy. After a while, it turns out fool's gold. Because your mind makes a lot of these things, that something you're going to find as an object or as a thing or as a phenomenon is going to satisfy you forever. It's not, it won't. Only that which is effortless can satisfy you forever. That which you don't make any effort to be in itself. But if there's you and that, then effort will be made. But when there's you as that, there's no effort. Effort is stopped. And what creates this shift? Not you and that, but you as that. And not be clever, oh, it's just an idea, oh yeah, just a switch, from and to as. No, it doesn't work like that. It has to really go to the very bottom of that understanding. Please, come. Very good. You have to touch that which requires no effort at all in itself. Where is that in you which is not an effort? It's not trying to be something, not trying to get to the next point. It has no future. It has no past. It has no parents. It has no name.
I've been running away all my life from that.
Yes. Yes.
I know it, but I'm with my mind. I put it like loneliness,
yes.
boredom,
yes.
Emptiness,
yes.
And the person is stuck with it.
Yes.
With it effortless, the person is stuck.
Yeah. As an
I'm
idea.
Sitting here
yes.
when I'm talking.
Keep the microphone a bit more closer.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
When I'm sitting here and I'm talking, and you are sitting here, I'm sitting there.
Yeah.
There is still the little sense. There is a stillness inside, but there is the sense that I am this body. When I'm walking, there's a sense that I am the person who's walking.
Yeah, yeah.
And I want to be free from that sense.
Yes, yes, yes. See, there was a time, maybe in your childhood state, when you didn't think you're a child walking, you're a person walking, and so on. There was just walking, and laughing, and crying, and hunger, and pooing, and going to sleep. There was not all this, oh, I thought we are all like that, okay? It was such a natural thing, and it still is natural. We are still doing the same thing. We're still the same child, also, natural. But except we grew stupid, thinking that we're growing smart, actually. But we picked up all the wrong things. That we are this, and I have to be like that, and you became a person, as an idea. It's not true. It's not true. But it's like something that sticks a little bit like that. So now we're aware of that sense that of course you have a mind, and you think that your mind is brilliant, and you venerate your mind and your brilliance. You think you give a lot of value to all these things, and the mind is also brilliant in its own way. But in this relationship, it's not working in that way, in a psychological sense, if it keeps you in the state of insecurity and confusion and running away from something.
Now I'm using my mind to undo my mind. I know it works a little. I don't know.
Forget about that. Forget about what you think you're doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
If I think with the meditation, there is no world, there is no time, there is no, and then I'm coming in that, that I can let it go.
And if you let go of the one who lets go, what happens?
I'm not succeeding. Still.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. You are aware of the sense of being a person who is stuck.
Mm-hmm.
So that is an image somewhere that has a certain energy about it. You can feel its energetic conviction inside your body. That I carry this conviction that I'm this person, I'm stuck because I learned the wrong thing and I can't get it out. Put this there for a second. There's a place in you now. It's not attached to anything at all. It's not attached to anything at all. It doesn't have to put anything away or pick anything up. That belongs to another compartment. It just is. Are you aware of this or not?
Yes.
But it also seems like it's someplace. The place where you actually are is what? How is it there? The place you actually are, is there such a thing? Or it jumps about?
First, it's here, sitting. I'm here. I feel the body and I must do my best to come to that stillness without it.
You must do your best to do what? If you make no effort at all, no.
Mm-hmm.
Make no effort. See, even that sounds difficult, isn't it? When we try to make an effort to make no effort. In sleep, you're without effort. Because you are not carrying also the sense I or me. You have no identity there. So even without identity, you are there. Or not? Something is there. Don't you enjoy sleep? Yeah. Not talking about dream now. Mm-hmm. You enjoy sleep now. Something is there, and in that sleep, you have no identity. You're not a person. You're not a woman. You're not a man. You have no nationality. You have no religion. You have nothing at all, and you are beautifully happy. Then the waking state arose, but you are still beautifully happy. Where did you exchange your happiness? The waking state arose upon the state of the deep sleep one. We're still here, by the way, because in the deep sleep, you have no eyes to close. The eyes, which is the gate inside this body, may be closed, but that's not. You're subtler than that, and you're here now also. I can tell it's not reaching you yet.
No. I know what you mean. It's still the mind clinging immediately when I...
speaking.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
it's still the mind clinging immediately.
Suppose there was
1,000
persons who was hugging you. That you don't like them actually, but they're coming to hug you. But I tell you, and you say, "Oh, these people are coming to." I say, "Oh, yes, it's okay. Just you don't hug anybody. You can't help it. Let them hug you, but you don't have to hug anyone." You see? Sometimes life puts you in this position. Just you don't hug it. Don't try and stop them from hugging you. Let them hug, but you don't hug anyone. You see? But you're still looking and saying, but they're doing this, and this one, his hand is dirty, and you're caught up in them. But I want you to be only in you. You see? So when I say offer your existence to existence, let it happen. But there's something here which is not happening. So let it happen. You're putting a condition. The mind is doing this. Mm-hmm. So while the mind is doing that, I can't be myself. That is just a thought. That is not true. You're saying while the mind is like that, listen please everybody. While you say, well, I can't be myself because while the mind is doing that, it amounts to a distraction and I cannot be myself. You have created a very, very powerful thought. It's like the sky saying, I cannot be sky today because there are clouds. And I'm not quite myself because now there's a rainbow. And then I was just about getting around and then lightning comes. You see, if you put the condition, you say, all of it is sky. This is a thought, you see. Yeah. The thought says, to be peaceful, nothing must happen. To be myself, nothing must interfere. Yeah. And right there you create such a powerful duality and a tension that the opposite thing happens in a sense.
Yes.
So then let the opposite thing happen, but don't be either extreme. Mm-hmm. Let it happen like that. The mind is saying something, but also you're aware of what the mind is saying, and you're aware of what you would like your mind to be, and you're aware of the one who is caught in between both. So are you any of those three at all?
No.
Show me. And it takes there's no posture you can get in, there's no behavior you must do, there's no way you must act, there's nothing to do with any of that at all. You're simply not switched on for that. You don't take any ownership for that, no duty for that. But something is beating, a drum is beating near your ears, and they're saying, but you can't live like that. You can't live like that. That's just being totally irresponsible.
It's to trust life.
Well, to trust life, you have to make one step.
Yes, but this is the step to trust life, to let go.
Let go for let go only while we're sitting here. Mm-hmm. For a few seconds, do it. Then you can go back to your mistrust. But when you do it, totally do it. Sure, you can spare a few moments. We don't have to turn it into an action, a special action that you're going to do. Just be aware that all of this notion, there's something that's been inside that's been saying that if you relax like that, something bad is going to happen. If you believe this thought, it will never let you rest while your eyes are open. You'll always be vigilant. And I want to work with you for a little bit. I don't know how much time you have here, but
I have 2 days. I've come from Holland to this day, Sunday.
Oh, okay.
I have Monday, Tuesday. Wednesday I go. Wednesday.
The thing you're searching for is right here, but something is built up around it some defense. You built a little castle around it.
Yes, I know. I'm 10 years at Vaita and I'm stuck.
But this castle is in the sky. It's not even true.
I know it already.
Something is saying, I know it, but it doesn't know it.
No.
Something is saying, I know it, but it doesn't know it. It knows it as a thought, as concepts. It's like the mind somehow is apparently covering all the cracks. It's got everything covered. Like, you can't get in. You can't get in. I'm holding the door.
Yes, but that's what I'm feeling.
Are you in the box? Because the mind is guarding the room. Are you in the room?
I think I am,
You
that's
think
the
you
problem,
are. You think you are. That is the room itself.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you're aware even of this thinking. That which is aware of this thinking, is it inside the box, outside the box? Does it know anything about box?
No.
Is that what you think? No?
No, it's...
No,
it's
then at least
still,
this is fun. Yeah. It's where?
Still.
What?
It is still.
It is still. Yeah. It
I
and you are
speak,
different?
Huh? It and you are different.
It and you, is it different thing?
I think it is. Yeah.
So, okay, it is what? Tell me again, it is what?
There's nothing.
Yeah. And you are what?
I'm the person.
Yeah. Okay. Give me a sample of the person. Show me a sample of the person.
I'm speaking as a person now.
You're speaking in the name of a person now. Or you're speaking as a person. You're speaking with the concept of a person in front. You've put on the person suit and you're speaking now.
Yes, that's what I...
Yeah, because
feel.
I see. I know one policeman, you talk together like we're talking now. But when he puts on his uniform, it's like, so stand back a little bit. The uniform is speaking. So now he is speaking. Like this, it seemed like that. But it's nothing at all. And don't wait for something to happen, like the great undressing or something, because the mind has already got that cornered as well. So you see, I can see it's so clever, So okay, fine, okay, then you undress me, sort of like, I've stapled my clothes together. Now try and get them off now, okay? But even that is also seen. From where are you seeing? Rather than looking for the event of seeing, you're already seeing. But somebody said, but that's not enough.
No.
Yeah.
That's the mind comes in.
Yes.
It's nothing. It's too boring. It's too empty. It's too... It's my mind.
Yeah.
Who doesn't exist.
You've done it. You've got the greatest man in the world. You've got the champion ego, champion mind. No, because what? It can speak like that and say all these things, I do this thing, and you say, this is what many people say in fact. My mind is so strong, my mind is so who is speaking here at the moment exactly? My mind is so strong. Identify who is saying this first. Is it possible to do that? That we can identify who is actually saying that? Is it the mind? Is it the body? Is it the body just saying, my mind is really strong? Does the body know a mind? Does it even know you? Does the body, if your name is Susan, does the body know that I'm Susan? It doesn't know anything at all. It doesn't know anything. Is it the pure self that is saying, my mind is so strong? No, it cannot be the pure self, okay? Then is it the mind that is saying, my mind is so strong? My mind is so strong. I mean, who is it saying it to, if it said that? Or is it a blend of mind and being, sort of sense of beingness, that is saying, oh, my mind is so strong. My God, it's just always saying all this. Who is actually suffering the effects of the mind? Can we identify? Can we see if we can look together at it? As you say, it cannot be the body. Suppose suddenly there was some strange gas that came in and we all forgot who we were for a minute. Okay? So you don't know which body was yours. Oh my God, which one? And then you have to find your body. Would the body help? The body help and says, I belong to you. Would it know you? So it's not the body. The body does not have a confusion about the mind. And the pure self, which is, somehow that it cannot be the pure self, is having some delusion directly about it. Indirectly, through the consciousness, or you say it's the mind. But what is the mind? The mind, is the mind self-employed? I mean, does it just work for itself? And it's just me, myself, and I. I mean, is it really that the mind, it just works for it? Can it exist by itself? The mind for me is like the moon. It doesn't have any light of its own. It has the reflected light, they say, from the sun. Like the mind has the reflected light that comes from the heart. So, can it be just the mind saying these things? And for what purpose? To whom would the mind be intimidating? Itself? Or is it like there's a combination between what you may call mind and a belief, or the mind and the beingness itself? Because it seems more this is what is happening here. We, as the pure self, don't have delusion. We, as that absolute which is portraying itself as the beingness. The beingness is that pure sense, I am, which is inside the body, which is not a person, by the way. The sense I am is consciousness. The consciousness somehow is not personal, as I say. But somehow when it is functioning in the body, it identifies with the body and arises as I, me, as me. And it's that notion, which is consciousness combined with conditioning and the belief I am the body, that is suffering all these things. It's good that we understand that somehow, because then you can begin to at least see when we speak, because we speak in different dimensions, different levels, sometimes at the same time. You can begin to see who you're speaking as and where you're speaking from. And that is very, 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 very powerful. Because then you will see how much you're using your mind and saying this. That is the mind is speaking. The mind is speaking. This is the mind is speaking with my endorsement. I endorse, give the energy to the mind. You'll be able to get a bit more of that. And but there is something, a mysterious thing is here that is blocking something. Some kind of psychic cholesterol.
Yes, I think.
But it is also illusion. It's also illusory.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying, and I know it's illusion, but I believe I have.
Who are you speaking as now? Right now, who are you speaking as? Who is speaking now?
It was the self.
Huh?
I don't know.
When you're most comfortable in speaking, what is your identity? Where we mostly speak from. If I say the sense I, in its purest sense, represents consciousness or being, which is not a woman or a man, or it's not a Muslim or Hindu or anything like this. It's a pure, just consciousness. And the consciousness is like space, but with intelligence and sense of being. Okay? It's very pure. It's what we actually are. And then the mind fashions us with decoration of, personality and all of these things and so on. And altogether, it's fine. It's fine. But it's important for us to realize something, because this is what I call sleep. We are unaware of ourselves, what we are. And it really is important here. Then I try to push, because something here, when you speak, I'm pointing, who are you speaking as? Who are you speaking as in that moment when you speak? But you're not used to catching yourself at it, because we are speaking on different levels. Sometimes when I say that you are this I am, which is the consciousness, but how often do you speak as consciousness as this I am? And how many times when you say I, it's referring only to your personality and to the past and to your self-image? How often when you say I, you're speaking I as the absolute? And then it's good to kind of like just to see if you can catch it. Because sometimes there's so much static in the mind that you can't even understand what I'm speaking even. Because it's so oriented to a certain climate of thinking and a certain style of thinking, and it's always personal. It's always, I'm a girl. You know? It's always coming from, mostly, not always, but mostly coming from this position, or, you know, this is me, this is my self-image. Then I'm asking you, but isn't your self-image inside your awareness? Is there an awareness? But we give very little value to the awareness, which is the only thing that is stable. And who is the we who give value to the awareness? The idea we have of who we are, which is the one who is living life. And this is why the sage tells you, all this is your dream. None of it is real. In the same way that you go to bed every day, or every night, or say, if you have a dream, it's a unique experience. You cannot share your dream with anyone directly. You cannot say, now, this is my beloved, we're sleeping together. Darling, wake up. Now, plug in. Oh, yeah, this is great. Oh, you cannot share your dream. It's a very unique thing, isn't it? You can talk about it, but you cannot share it. In the same way, your waking state mind is a unique world. Oh, you share because we speak the same language, we have the same codes, we talk like this, but the flavor is you cannot share. All that can happen is that as much as you imbibe in your being, something radiates that energy and that feeling, that vibration, in what you truly love or what you truly fear or what you believe and what you really know. That's the fragrance that pours out of your being. But directly, details you cannot share. The dreaming is unique. The waking itself is, the waking state also is a unique picturing. This is why I say there's one earth, but there are millions of worlds. I love this planet, but I don't care for its dramas. You see, everyone is into their little drama, a little costume. It's fine. It's consciousness also is doing that. And for a while, I was also doing it in this thing, and then you slowly you're growing out of it. And I don't curse anyone who is in that state. But you have come to Satsang. Your beingness brought you. Maybe only for this Sunday, this 1 hour and a little bit. And then after you go back into your space, my space. Okay? But maybe this will be something. This could be the most powerful hour and a half you will spend in your life. It can be. It has been for some people. To such a tremendous shift in the consciousness. It's almost giving birth to yourself. This is how important. There are thousands of people who want to be sitting in this room right now, actually. But maybe most of you will just walk away and it will just be another thing, like this. And that's not up to me at all. is the way the game works, or doesn't. Because maybe something is so confronted by, like I was listening to one friend and she say, when I first came to a satsang, I was so touched, it was so deep, something, and then the love in the room was so beautiful, so powerful, that it was too much for me. My mind just wanted to escape, to run. It wanted to go and breathe from the exhaust pipe, what it was used to, because it was too pure. The oxygen was too pure in that place. And yet, for another, it's nothing at all. It's nothing at all. You see? But you're going to do it. And you're going to see how easy it is, if I have anything to do with it. Because it is a dream. If it was not a dream, I would say, oh my God, we're really in trouble. But because dreams can be dispelled, they can somehow lose their power. They are not real. And this is what happens, you see. Suppose you have to go and undo each wrong thing that you've done. Each one you have to undo the mess you've made. What chance you would have? Yeah. And here, somehow, you find again your G-spot. Your God spot I'm talking about. I know what you're thinking about. Okay? And suddenly everything is stimulated again into life. So, oh my God, I'm missing all of this which I've always been. It's like that. And I say this to you because I know somehow it takes, curiously, it takes time to recognize the timeless. But I cannot see a failure in you unless you see one in yourself. The aspiration inside you is to be free from the poison of the mind. I tell you, it's totally possible. Everything's possible because you are the all possible. No matter how powerful a dream is, it's still only a dream.